Hello everyone and welcome to a game of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 multiplayer. It's on Hijacked, and in this game I earn a little over 6,500 points, and so it was a pretty good game. The start is pretty boring, honestly. I die a bunch at the start and nothing really good happens. That was probably the best move you'll see for the next minute or so. This was done after I played the game, because this morning I was just like, I'm just going to play for fun and I'm not going to record, and so the one time I don't record is the one time I actually get a good game. So I ended up having to play this in theater, so that's why you see the little score at the top, which is kind of cool. And that's also why some of the HUD elements don't show up, and it's a little bit choppy with some of the shooting. It's not completely concurrent with the movement, so sometimes you'll see someone die slightly before the last bullets go off, whatever. So that explains that. Just barely missed a sniper just there. And that's why it kind of looks like it goes across the screen fast, because it's in theater mode, so bear with me. Hopefully we won't have to watch any more theater mode versions anytime soon. But anyhow, at this point in the game, nothing really good was going on. I'll show you my scoreboard. It wasn't that great. It was just kind of an average start to a game. In fact, I think I had a little bit of a negative KD. And so at the beginning of the game it wasn't going too well, but then it starts going a little bit better as our team starts getting together. And then we end the game with a pretty good kill to death ratio, about I think 1.8 or so. And we end up with a little over 6,500 points, which is probably the highest score I've ever gotten in this game. I've seen other people have higher. I saw one guy once with 6,900-ish, but it's the first time I've gotten this high, so I thought I'd do a video. I don't really know what else to talk about. As far as the actual loadout in this game, you can see it on the screen right now. It's a MSMC, and we're using, with the MSMC, a couple attachments. We have our rapid fire attachment, so we can shoot faster, and we also have our reflex sight, which allows us to aim better instead of using the iron sights. For secondary we have a SMAW, which is a rocket launcher. As well, our first perk is Hardline. Hardline reduces the amount of points you need to get in order to get a kill streak, so it makes kill streaks a lot easier to achieve. Second perk is Toughness. That makes you flinch less when you're shot, so you can aim steadier when hip firing a lot of times. Kind of indirect. Engineer allows you, it's the same as Hacker in Black Ops 1 and the other Call of Duties, and it basically enables you to see enemy equipment, so you can see, like, you know, oh, they have a trophy system there, or oh, they have a, I don't even know what trophy systems do, but they have them, or oh, they have a sentry gun, or whatever. It allows you to see enemy equipment on the ground, which is very useful for things like standing shock charges or bouncing betties. We're also using 2 concussions for the tactical grenades, which are good. They're not the absolute best tactical grenade, but personally I like them for my game's play style. So going back to the game, this is when interesting stuff really starts to happen. The game gets quite a bit better, especially maybe a minute from now. But as you can see, we have a care package right now. We're sort of throwing that, and we're trying to hopefully get a good care package drop, which I don't end up getting in this game. Care package drops are pretty lame. If you saw my other video, it talked about the care package drop rates, which was original research on my part. It was pretty useful if you're trying to predict kind of whether you want to go with a care package or not, and that's what I used when deciding whether I wanted to go with care packages still. And I decided that it was worth it because the average point value was fairly high, and I don't play with a particular style that demands a certain third kill streak. I'm perfectly happy with a orbital VSAT or most of the lower things, except usually RCXDs are kind of lame. I usually end up getting killed while I'm using them, but a lot of the other things, it's nice when you get a really high-end one that you usually wouldn't get, because I don't go for high kill streak games, I go for fast action, so I'll usually get sometimes 3 kills in a row and then die, and 2 kills in a row and then die, so I don't really go for high kill streaks, so that's why the care package is really nice, because then I get this kind of overall broader range for, and it just kind of lagged a little bit there, a broader range for everything with kill streaks or the score streaks, whatever you want to call them. And so I decided to go with the care package myself, because I find the only 2 that I really find myself consistently wanting are the spy plane and the hunter killer drone sometimes. It depends what I'm doing. Sometimes I wish I had an RCXD instead of a 100-killer drone for tactical kind of stuff, like, oh, there's this one guy that's just owning everyone, and I wish I could drive an RCXD in there, but usually I find 100-killer drones are less maintenance and less work for the same points, so I tend to opt for those. And 100-killers really aren't that useful. They're mostly good for just non-tactical stuff, because you usually don't find yourself, you know, aiming a 100-killer in this way or that way, because they can't really fly through doors. You pretty much have to throw them up into the air or directly at an enemy. Although the one nice thing they're really good at is taking out enemy air equipment. So like you can throw them at this. I'm just totally stupid here. You can throw them at like enemy spy plane or whatever, and it'll go after it if you aim it at it. So that's the one nice thing about 100-killer drones, is for taking out air support. They are pretty useful. Here I just die. I'll show you the score thing in a minute, but at this point in the game, it's about midway through, a little bit past midway through the game, and so it's starting to have a little bit of, people are starting to get a little bit frantic, so people are starting to run, and the scores are getting closer. As you saw earlier, we were winning like 100-something to 83, and now we're starting to get more neck and neck, and actually pretty soon we start losing, and we do end up losing this match, spoiler alert. And interestingly enough, if you look at the actual kill thing there, that grenade did not kill me. Someone headshotted me or something right as I was throwing the grenade. But here, I think this is where I go on a fairly good kill streak. I get a couple good kills and then die. And that's kind of the gameplay style that I try to strive for. I'd rather get a lot of XP and not really have a whole lot of high-end kill streaks like orbital VSATs and stuff like that. I'd rather do that than go for just a generic, you know, I'm going to camp right here and try to get a, you know, attack dogs or something like that, because honestly it's not as interesting. You don't level in prestige as fast, and for someone who doesn't play a ton, like that was just like, whoa, what happened for that grenade. For someone who doesn't play a whole ton, that's like, I play a fair amount, but not like obsessively. That's the best way I find to prestige. So I just try to, I used to camp a ton in Black Ops 1 on the Xbox, and I just sit in the same spot for almost the entire game and probably get like 5 kills and only like 1 or 2 deaths, you know, but it was just not fun and not very exciting, not very useful, so I stopped doing that in Black Ops 2, and it's been a lot more fun. I do die a lot more, but I get more kills per minute and more score per minute, so that's what really matters. As you can see here, we're still winning, so things are looking up for us as we're approaching the 8-minute mark here, but it just goes downhill from this point in the game. Spoiler alert. So from here I just kind of start throwing everything I have over in this area, and then I'm like, oh man, I wish that guy was there so I could, or I wish I hadn't been cooking a grenade and then get to shoot him anyway. This part I was just stupid. I walked in and didn't even hardly shoot. And then I started on the other side. You just saw the score streak right there. And so that one I have no idea what even killed me. I never even went in to look at that one. And I did that not because I thought I was going to destroy it. I was trying to see whether it was an enemy one or not, because I was too lazy to look at my little mini-map. I actually wasn't even thinking to look at my mini-map. I was like, oh, I'll shoot it, and if I get hit markers, that's theirs. You can't actually shoot down care package. Carriers, they're just really hard to shoot down because, honestly, they come in and they go so fast. You gotta be like, okay, call in the care package, I'm waiting, you know, you tell the enemies, call in the care package now, and you're waiting there with your smaller or something following it, some kind of rocket launcher, because, honestly, there is almost no way to see one coming in, lock onto it, and kill it before it drops. It is possible, just extremely hard. So it's coming to a conclusion here. We're about a minute, less than a minute from the game expiring, and as you can see, we're losing right. Or actually, no, we are on the side I am on is the side on the right, so we're actually losing. Yeah, sorry about that. I was reading the wrong side. I'm smart now. This part, after this guy kills me, this part's just like rampage, and nothing much happens. It's kind of a, throw a grenade and it doesn't really do much. And shoot, I get that guy, and then I come in here and get shot to death. And then I'm like, okay, I want to get one more kill before the time expires, and I want to try to do this and try to do that, and I do end up getting one. I get really lucky. This guy was running through, but since it was a defeat, it was not the final kill cam. So there you can see the score, about 6,700 points, and there's the kill death, 39 to 22 for the kill death, and 8 captures and 5 defends, it looks like. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time with more any video thing that has movie and sound. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you later.